Chapter 17 Victor. I lower my window and come face to face with an angry incubus. He takes one look at me, bares his teeth, and reaches into my car. His hands land on my collar. "Cash, don't!" Kelsey screams. Quickly, I put two and two together. This must be her brother. Sibling or not, if he doesn't remove his hands from my neck, blood will be spilled. The car door slams. Kelsey is suddenly at his side, trying to pull him off me. His grip tightens. I've had enough. I wedge both of my hands between his and break the connection. As soon as I'm free, I grab his arm and jerk. A deafening snap fills the air. The incubus cries out and stumbles backward, cradling his broken limb. I exit my car. "Why did you break his arm?" Kelsey shouts. "If he apologizes, I'll make sure it's repaired," I tell her. "No need," says the silky cat-like female voice. What the hell is Edwina doing here, and why is she risking exposure for the incubus? She touches the incubus's arm. A warm glow surrounds the surface. You can hear the bone knitting back together. The light fades. "Try using it now, Cash," she tells him. The incubus flexes and moves his arm side to side. "Thanks." Edwina looks at me. "I told you the succubus was trouble." Members of the coven pile out of the club. The last thing we need is a crowd of witnesses. "Show's over," I yell. "Either go back inside or get the hell out of here." The crowd disperses, but the mysterious she-vamp is still in the parking lot. "That includes you, Edwina. We need a moment alone." She locks eyes with me and stands her ground. "Fine. If you're going to stay out here, start explaining why you repaired his arm." An unreadable emotion flickers in Edwina's eyes. Her lips twitch, but she doesn't have a reply. Instead, she tosses her mane of curls over her shoulder and pivots on her heel. Now that she's disposed of, I turn back to Kelsey and her brother. Before I can speak, the incubus opens his mouth. "What are you doing with my sister, Vamp?" "I believe that's between your sister and me." The incubus's gaze settles on her. "Start talking." "He's my date. Victor, meet Cash." His head jerks back. "Are you serious? You're dating one of them?" I don't appreciate how he speaks to her, but I'll keep my mouth shut for now. No need to cause a bigger scene. "This isn't up for discussion," Kelsey says. "Have you forgotten your promise to Colt? His father is going to be furious." "I don't care. I made a decision tonight." She looks over at me. "I want to be with Victor, not some prized possession in the Najex's stable." The incubus paces back and forth, working his jaw but not saying a word. Finally, he stops in front of me. "This is your fault. Everything was set. What did you say to her?" I rub my chin. "Kelsey has a mind of her own. She makes her own decisions." "No." He shakes his head and points to her. "She does what she's told to do. She's a good little demon. What have you done?" "Excuse you?" she shouts. "I'm nobody's puppet." "I'm sorry," Cash says. "You know what I mean. How am I supposed to tell this to Mom?" "You don't. I'll talk to her." Kelsey touches my arm. "I better go home with him." "Are you sure? I can go with you." "That's not a good idea. My mother is going to be very upset. You shouldn't meet her under those circumstances." "Call me later. Let me know how things go." "I will." She kisses my cheek and walks off with the incubus. I turn around and see Nathan standing behind me. "We need to talk, my friend." He heads for my car. It's a silent, brief ride to Crucifix Island across the Mohawk River, a popular place for rock climbers. I tap out a frenetic rhythm on the steering wheel. In all honesty, I don't care to hear a lecture from the Reaper, but I know it's coming. I cut the motor and wait for the assault. "Do you realize the problem you've created, my friend?" the Reaper asks calmly. "You and the succubus are breaking serious rules. You can't do that without consequences." "I don't care about them," he continues. "No one likes rules. Unfortunately, we all have to live by them. Even you." I smack the dashboard. The resounding thud sounds like an explosion in the night. "Damn it, Nathan, haven't I suffered enough?" The Reaper stares back at me. "I've existed for 20 years. Not once have I enjoyed a single moment as an immortal." "I know, but Council, let me finish. The rules in this damn town are for humans, not us. Council needs to realize that." "You're going to start a war, my friend." "No, I'm not. I want a chance for happiness, that's all." The seat creaks under Nathan's large frame as he shifts his body. "That sounds like a relationship to me. If that's the case, you have a predicament. I've heard the rumors of the match between the son of the Najax and the succubus. He's a demon not to be toyed with. He'll have to get over it. Kelsey belongs to me." What makes her so special that you'd risk so much? There's a club of supernaturals who would die again to be with you, and I don't want any of them. My gaze darts over to Nathan. I can't explain it, but there's something about Kelsey. Whatever it is draws me to her. She feels it too. The Reaper mumbles words that sound like soulmate under his breath. What? The succubus is your soulmate, the one you're intended to be with forever. I chuckle. Not possible. Have you forgotten I lost my soul a long time ago? You're undead, but you retain traces of your soul. It clings to you just like your humanity. Your aura isn't the solid blue that it should be. Instead, there are pale green crystal fibers within it. They aren't easily seen by others. Only Reapers can pick up on it. The idea that I retained even traces of my soul is preposterous. I was certain every part of my human condition had vanished, including my spirit. What Nathan speaks of is impossible. The undead can't have soulmates. Luke changed my life. He spilled my blood and took with it my mortality. It's what makes all of us undead, being soulless. But what if he speaks the truth? When I was a man, I loved a woman named Abigail. I thought she was the one. Not once did I consider changing my life or my ways for her. I didn't think of risking anything for Abby and didn't feel the deep connection I feel with Kelsey. I turned the notion over in my mind once more. Nathan has never lied to me about anything. I don't think he'd start now. Are you certain that Kelsey is my mate? Those green fibers I mentioned? When the two of you were together in the club, I saw those fibers with her. How? I cocked my head. She's never been human. Doesn't matter. Your soul sought out hers. They started intertwining. Wow. This baffles me, but it's confirmation that Kelsey belongs with me and not the son of a demon. So, what should I do? I ask him. How do we make this work? It's up to counsel. I suggest you speak with Luke. He won't be back. He's back. Go home. Nathan opens the door. Wait, I call out. It occurs to me he's not in town just to hang out at the club. Anyone I know? Nathan's greenish eyes darken, and he replies, unfortunately. I rub the back of my neck and ask, who? Don't concern yourself. You need to handle your business. Until you do, I'll postpone completing my job. The succubus will require your support afterward. Will you at least tell me if your mark is human? Yes. Nathan says over his shoulder and gets out of the car. Damn. I watch the Reaper stalk into the night. There are times, like this, when I pity him. Nathan fell in love with a human. She wasn't just any random human, though. She was his mark, a soul he was to collect. Nathan couldn't do it. When it was all over, his superior assigned her soul to another Reaper. That was a decade ago. He's been alone ever since. Making matters worse, he lost his privilege to a permanent home. Now his marks are all over the world. He's forced to hop endlessly from city to city. If he carried a passport, it would be worn thin. It isn't how I plan on spending my eternity. Time to go home and face the music.